Welcome to SolidWorks tutorials. In this tutorial, we will make a model that is a 3D model in SolidWorks. And we can see the model we have created. From the feature manager tree, we can see we have used command such as boss extrude 1, 2, 3, then cut extrude 3 times. We can find the dimension of this model in drawing file. This drawing file and the model both are available in your project files, and the dimensions are, we can specify this is 110, this vertical dimension is 44, 24 and then 62. So to make this model, let us go to file, then new, and a new part open. I select this plain white. First we will have to make the base of that model. So I go to sketch and select top plane. On this top, make a rectangle, center rectangle of dimension, and this dimension is given, let me see it once again, this is 110 and from here this is 62. Smart dimension, this is 110 and this dimension is 62, and enter. OK, and exit sketch. Then we can rotate this to a isometric view. From there, go to features and select extrude and select the sketch as a extrude, and height is given 14. Press enter. On this model, we will see in the bottom there are rectangular slots. These are extruded portion, so we have to make them. Their dimension are 6. So go to this model once again, select extrude and select this bottom face as a reference plane and rotate it to a normal view. From there, go to rectangle and this time select corner rectangle. From this end point, draw a rectangle, and once again from this end point draw another rectangle. OK, give it smart dimension. We have to give dimension on this vertical. This value is 6. Press enter, and this value is 6, and then exit sketch. The extrude height is also 6 in this case, and we have to check on this merge result because we want to merge them. OK, so we have created the base part of our the model. Then we have to make this top portion, this top rectangular part. Its dimension is given 37. So we will go to model and select extrude on this top face and then normal view. Take a rectangle, corner rectangle from this end point, and then select smart dimension, and dimension is 37. Press enter, and OK, exit sketch. Its height is given 24. This is 24. Press enter, and I want to select it as a merge result. After making this base, we have to make this slot cut. We can find this cut in there, and we have used this cut extrude for this. So we will go to this model once again. Because we have to cut the material from this block, so we will select the top plane, select extrude. OK, I cancel this. We have to select extrude cut and select this top face and rotate this. From there, we can see that there is incline cut, so we have to keep a check on this. For this inclined cut, first we will need a reference. So I select a center line on this midpoint. It is midpoint, and draw a horizontal line to its endpoint. From there, draw another line, this line of length 24. So we will give it length later. First let me draw the line, both lines. Smart dimension. The length of this line is 24. Okay, 24. And similarly for this line, this length is 35. But these lines are not symmetric with respect to this center line, horizontal center line. So we have to make them symmetric. So we have to add relation between them. To add symmetric relation, okay, we will have to go to add relation. In this add relation, entities, I don't want this line, I want this endpoint, and select this second point and select this center line. And we can see we can add relation symmetric and fixed. So I want symmetric. It is symmetric now, and click OK. Once again we will have to go to add relation, and this time clear this, right click, clear selection, this point, the second point, and this center line, and symmetric, and OK. So both the lines are now symmetric. Now we can complete this sketch. So take a line from this endpoint to its endpoint. Once again take line from this endpoint to this endpoint, and OK. Now I can click exit sketch, and this height, extruded height of this is 12, and OK. And this way we have created this cut slot. After that we have to make two cuts. One is the hole and another cut is circular cut in this direction. So dimension on this cut is, radius is 8 and at a distance of 40 and 25. So once again go to model, select cut extrude. We have to work on this face and normal view, and once again we need a midpoint center line at the midpoint, a horizontal line. Then take a circle. We know the radius of circle is 8. This is 8, press enter, and we need another circle. Radius is 8. So click here and then radius 8, and OK. Then we need tangent line on this. So select line from this endpoint to this point. We need tangent line. Similarly, we need another line from this endpoint to its endpoint. Then we can trim this. Okay, before trimming, let's apply smart dimension. Smart dimension from this endpoint, okay, distance between them is given 25, and the complete distance from this endpoint to this endpoint is given 40. So we have to trim this inside circles. Trim entity, trim this circle, and exit sketch. So we have to blind it in the downward direction, and we don't want this thin feature. Uncheck this. Direction is downward, and this way we have created this cut. After the cut, we have to make holes in this, and to make the hole, once again we need extrude cut on this top face, rotate it, and this dimension of this hole is given 10. So select this circle and this is given 10, it means it is 5, radius is 5, and OK. So we have to define its parameter, smart dimension. OK, from this point to this end point, this dimension is 10. OK, it's not 10, it's 8. Modify it 8. And from this vertical line to the center line, once again we have to select smart dimension from this vertical line to the center line. OK, place it here, and this value is 18.5. 18.5. And similarly we have to make this circle on the other direction, and what we will do, we use this mirror feature, mirror entity. Select entities to mirror, select this circle, mirror about. For mirror about, we will take the midpoint of this line. Can we trace this from this midpoint to this midpoint? OK, we cannot do this. We will select cancel. To do this, we need a center line. Select a center line from this midpoint to this midpoint once again. Now we can do this mirror entity and copy about this center line. Click OK and execute sketch. So the depth of these holes is given, suppose 10, and OK. And this way our model is completed.